So when they tell us to stop buying the XRP dip or become Jamaican, we're becoming Jamaican.
And if you're looking for your 1 minute, man, I little lions out. Hear me, I say, look. But we no give a F and we no give a Ralph's claw. Bedroom bully, make the sitting talk. Big dirty bass, that one you fully like a hoodie pussy blood claw. You know we fully dog.
We're moving to Jamaica. So Ripple XRP, if you hold XRP, if you hold any cryptocurrency, what's happening in the markets right now? We're going to dive into it in this video and talk about XRP specifically. I want to get into some Bitcoin on the Bitcoin price chart. We're going to be discussing XRP to the US dollar compared to the past, XRP's dominance, XRP to the Bitcoin price chart, some mentality that people are facing right now when thinking about XRP and its current price, you know, in terms of adoption, what's happening over in the BRICS nations with Project Embridge, with crypto adoption, what's happening with the FTX repayments, what crypto adoption is going to look like over the next few years, how that's going to affect the altcoin market the rest of this bull run, and what you can do to be able to make the most amount of money possible while you wait for XRP to make you the richest person in your family tree. So if you're feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, you know what to do. Confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So the first thing that we're going to dive into is the Bitcoin to the US dollar price chart on the monthly candles. And so on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the 2015 to 2017 bull run. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the 2023 2024 bull run that we're currently in right now. Now, if we were to measure from the top of November 2021, when Bitcoin topped out, close to 70K, to where we are right now on the monthly, we're roughly 973 days in from the previous all-time high. Now, from the all-time high in November of 2013, during that bull run, if we were to measure 973 days, we were right in the middle of this very steep correction that was taking place to backtest the previous range as support. It was about 39-40% correction. And so if we were to measure how deep we are into this correction currently right now, we're only like 24-25%. So if we were to see, a lot of people are fearful of a correction further to the downside, and that would actually be completely normal. To do a 39%, that would bring us to $44,000. I don't think that would be out of the ordinary. I don't think we'd go much deeper than that. A lot of people are claiming for us to go back down to 30 to 32K. I thought that would have been more possible, reaching upwards of $47,000. I thought we might have done something like this and then continued to the upside, but the bullish demand was too strong with institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, Van Eck, ARK, all the massive companies that were getting the ETFs approved, and companies like Visa, MasterCard, and just massive whales buying in general, and people coming back to the space. But retail is really not here. This is being front run right now by the institutions with the ETFs, and now with other ETFs coming in the pipeline later this year in 2025. I'm going to talk about my long-term thesis towards the end of this video, and also some altcoins that I'm extremely bullish on that you need to keep on your watch list the rest of this bull run. Now, as always, not financial advice. Crypto is risky. You could lose all of your money. I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are purely for education, informational purposes only. So as always, do your own research and watch for learning purposes only, because back from 2016, right here, from June to August, we saw this correction of 40%, and all we did was we just back tested the previous range as support. And so the previous range right here, we didn't really consolidate too long at the $44,000 level, or 48 or 49K, but we saw it as resistance back here for the complacency stage bounce. And we saw it chop for a little bit during this phase of the bear market. So that could act as a zone of support, or hey, we're already bottomed out and we're going to start trending back upwards again and eventually break the all-time high, as we have done every single bull run cycle, roughly 3 to 12 months after Bitcoin's halving. So if we do a much deeper correction, I would like to see a V-shaped recovery and a continuation to the upside. The only reason why I think, Bitcoin would, see a sell-off further to the downside, bleed out like this, and then just keep trending down, is if there's something seriously wrong in the economy with the interest rates. Now, there's something seriously wrong in the economy interest rates they might be cutting in September. So depending on how steep the Federal Reserve cut rates will really determine where our thesis is in the short term. But long term, I'm extremely bullish. I mean, if we draw this trend line from the bottom of the bear market right here of November 2022 to the support that was held in the 1st of September, it would coincide with this zone as support if Bitcoin were to dip even lower. So a lot of people would be fearful, but look at the past cycle. When we were 973 days in, we were seeing a correction. We're seeing a correction right now. And like I say, 20 to 40% corrections are completely normal this entire bull run. It's not something to be afraid of. It's just something to look at the facts and understand what is most likely to happen next. So this is a very, very important weekly close. The weekly close for Bitcoin is crucial as the price is broken down below the range after 125 days of consolidation. So when the price breaks out of such a significant consolidation, it usually leads to a substantial move and continuation in the direction of the breakout. So there's two possible scenarios from here. Scenario number one, Bitcoin needs to reclaim the $60,000 price level by the weekly close, and this dump will be considered a weekly fake out with the price running back to the range high of $70,000 plus, potentially even breaking, maybe the all-time high. Number two, if we close below $60,000, then it could lead to a move back to the range of around $44,233 before any high price action moving forward. So the longer that we trade below the $60,000 level, then the bias of a bearish move to the downside of the $44,000 level is higher. However, if Bitcoin can reclaim $60,000 quickly, then we'll most likely see a move to $70,000 plus in no time. Now, how will this affect XRP? Well, if Bitcoin sees another shakeout to $50,000 or $44,000, then XRP would most likely see a drastic sell-off even further to the downside into the 30-cent region. Now, looking at XRP on the weekly chart compared to the past, it's very interesting. I just find this stuff very interesting. Looking back to the past and measuring the amount of days we are from the previous high of the bull run. So we're about 1,176 days leading into July 8th. So about tomorrow. Actually, it's July 1st right here if I were to measure that. So we're a little bit further than that. For example purposes only, obviously. You look back to the bull run of 2017 right here. Well, from the previous high of 2013, it took about 1,176 days. XRP was in a downtrend. And then after that period, what happened after that? Well, if I were to zoom in right here, you saw XRP found a low, and then it started working its way out of here. It ultimately took another 35 days after that period before XRP started to break out. So if it's another 35 days for XRP or even longer, it will remain to be seen, but we can look at the RSI, the relative strength index on the weekly, and see where we're at. We're at 33 right now. Where were we 1,176 days from the high of 2013? Well, the RSI was all the way down here at about 40. It was a little bit higher than where it's at right now. So if Bitcoin sees another shakeout to the downside and a further sell-off, then XRP would most likely fall. The RSI would dip closer to 30. And as you guys can see, when it dipped underneath 30 in June of 2022, that was the best possible buying opportunity during the bear market because XRP was at 28 cents. And so if Bitcoin shakes out and XRP sells off, in my opinion, that would be the last chance before XRP goes absolutely parabolic. And how high will XRP goes? It's anyone's guess. I mean, it's already at a $27 or $30 billion market cap. So that's not that much money for the trillions of dollars that are going to be flowing into the real world asset space. You see how much money flows in daily transactions in the foreign exchange market, let alone global trade for these countries. Billions of dollars or even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trillion is minuscule. So XRP's market cap can move very, very quick. I think a lot of people in the crypto space that are currently betting on the Solana narrative or the meme coin narrative, which makes perfect sense because you can make a lot of money in those, Solana chain, like the base chain, meme coins, AI projects, gaming projects. You can make a lot of money in those projects. So it's causing a lot of people to overlook XRP because XRP is the underdog of the crypto market right now. So not a lot of people are talking about it. Only the smart creators and the smart investors are focusing on XRP right now because of what's happening on all of these charts. Look at the XRP market cap dominance. Let's compare to the past. And so if we go back to February of 2017, right here, when XRP, finally started reversing to the upside and went parabolic during that bull run, what happened with the XRP dominance? Well, XRP's dominance was all the way down here at like 1 something percent. It was like actually it dipped below 1%, and then it started to reverse to the upside. The RSI simultaneously was down here in 30. So at this time, can you guys imagine right here on the left-hand side of the screen how many people thought XRP was dead? Virtually everybody thought it was dead. They're like, why would I be in XRP? I already know what was happening in the markets at that time because I was around during the markets at that time. So I remember vividly what people were saying on social media, on Twitter, at YouTube comments, because I was reading a lot of comments everywhere. People were like, yeah, XRP, whatever. They were focused on Bitcoin because Bitcoin was outperforming XRP. They were focused on other, cryptocurrencies popping up like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, a lot of other projects. And they're like, yeah, XRP, whatever. And then all of a sudden it started to take off and everyone was buying XRP on that first pump and buying it at 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2. And they thought that they were going to miss out buying XRP at $3. And then XRP dumped after $3 and they all got wrecked and they were pissed off. So I think the people that are angry are the ones who bought the top, when the smart people who bought all the way down here in February 2017 are like the people that are getting XRP right now. Now, I'm not going to tell you to buy or sell anything. I'm just going to show you what's happening on the charts, and what you choose to do is always up to you, as you know. So RSI, where's the RSI sitting right now? It's sitting at 30. At 30 in oversold conditions right here. Look at the dominance right here. It's at 1.17%. It wicked all the way down to 1% down here, and now it's currently bouncing. So is the bottom in for the dominance? I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. I'm just looking at the charts in the past, and it's very, very low. So you can't buy the bottom of something 100% of the time, but you can get relatively close within a zone or within levels, right? Like if you were to sell Bitcoin at $57,000, during the last bull run, sure, you didn't catch the exact top, but you at least sold close enough to the high where you got profit. If you were to buy Bitcoin at $16,700, sure, you didn't buy the bottom at $15,000, but you got close enough. So that's the goal here, right? Doesn't that make perfect sense? I mean, to me, that makes common sense. I don't need to catch the bottom. I need to get close. How do you get close to buying the best possible dip for XRP or any cryptocurrency? You look at these levels on the relative strength index, and you look at some other indicators as well too, and then you compare to the past, and that's exactly what we're doing. So each time the XRP's dominance has gone near 1%, it's seen a bounce from here. Now, sure, back in 2014, it was all the way down to 0.27% because Bitcoin hogged up the majority of the market. But once people realized the true utility of XRP, that's when it went parabolic. And so we've been in a downtrend for such a long period of time that XRP will have its day in the sun. And so I get excited when nobody's excited. That's the key to becoming the first millionaire in your family tree. Get excited about something when nobody's excited. Because if it was easy emotionally, everyone would do it, right? When nobody cares, that's when you should care. When everyone cares, that's when you should run out the back door. That's when you should hedge out your portfolio, right? So looking at XRP, the Bitcoin price chart, how has XRP been performing compared to Bitcoin in comparison to the past? Well, February of 2017, XRP was drastically underperforming Bitcoin. As you can see, we are in this massive downtrend on the left-hand side of the screen, meaning Bitcoin was drastically overperforming XRP. So XRP was selling off, money was going into Bitcoin. All the Bitcoin maxis were laughing at XRP, saying it's a joke, saying it's a scam. Then sure enough, from February of 2017, XRP's RSI was down at 30, relative strength index oversold. What should that tell you? Nobody cares. What do? You care. You back up the truck. If you bought XRP in February 2017, boom, snap to the upside, drastically outperformed Bitcoin. The RSI shot from 30 upwards of 90. Then it's time to sell. XRP was upwards of, 50 cents, somewhere around there. Then by the time the RSI was in a downtrend, and then it popped back up to 75, that's when XRP was upwards of $3. And so that would have been the best time to sell, around $3, obviously. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, where's the RSI compared to Bitcoin? It's at 29, guys. It's underneath 30. And it dipped beneath 30 back here in February 2024, and it's been down here for a while. So in my opinion, which I could be wrong about, but eventually when the lawsuit comes to a close, call this divine timing, call this orchestrated or just planned, whether you want to blame it on God or you just want to blame it on the elite that are planning this. Whatever you choose to do is up to you. But I find it very coincidental how the lawsuit is coming to a conclusion, how Ripple's coming out with their stablecoin this year, and how all this stuff is happening over in the Middle East with the BRICS nations at the same time that XRP to Bitcoin's RSI is at 29. XRP has been underperforming compared to Bitcoin. When this snaps, the RSI will most likely trade to the upside. XRP's dominance is all the way down here near 30 on the RSI, been underperforming the rest of the market. And the XRP, the US dollar price chart, closely mirrors that from 2013 until 2017, with XRP just underperforming everything, pissing everybody off. 1,176 days in, nothing was happening. And then 35 days after that, it happened. So could the lawsuit come to a conclusion this month? we'll see. We'll see if this plays out. I think it would be absolutely incredible because we've been following this for a long period of time. And XRP at 42 cents, a joke. No one interested. XRP at $1, it's only $1. Everyone's going to laugh at it. XRP at $3, good one. It's back at its all-time high from 2018. You know, Bitcoin did that. What's XRP going to do next? XRP at $5, slightly a panic. When XRP hits price discovery mode, people might be freaking out a little bit. XRP at $10, panic really sets in, and people will be thinking, wasn't it meant to stay at 42 cents? I thought XRP was dead. XRP at $20. I hope it dips back down to $1 so I can buy it cheaply. XRP at $50, disbelief, panic, upset. People are really going to be freaking out, saying XRP was dead for 7 years. Now I have to pay $50 for one XRP. Then XRP at $100. As people are getting their heads around $50 XRP, the price will spike upwards to $100. XRP at $1,000. FOMO combined with resigned defeat. I saw XRP at 42 cents and I considered it a joke. I listened to the fear, uncertainty, and doubt and missed out on the greatest wealth building opportunity in my lifetime. This is how the majority of people in crypto will deal with the devastation and FOMO of missing out on the biggest wealth building opportunity of all. Now, will XRP hit $50, $100, and $1,000 this cycle? I don't know. Do I think it will? I don't think so. I'm not preparing for it. But anywhere between $5 to $30 I think is possible. And anything beyond that's possible too. Why not, guys? I mean, with trillions of dollars sloshing around the system, the global debt at 34 trillion, why wouldn't they just pump in trillions of dollars once there's true regulation and they shift everything into the crypto space? Why wouldn't XRP take off? And so Graham Rodford, the CEO of ARCAX, has predicted that the XRP ledger could be processing up to $50 trillion by 2025.
No, well, I'm probably a bit more bullish, but I have been for 6 years and we're slightly behind my original projections. But the total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stable coins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Artex.
Here we go, $50 trillion.
Now, these predictions sound absolutely insane. They sound crazy until they become true. Then you wonder, why couldn't it have been you? Well, those of you that are watching this video that don't get shaken out by dips like this to just keep accumulating more, what would cause this catalyst? Well, look at Embridge, the cross-border transactions between the UAE bank, the Thai bank, PRC bank, HK bank. In a previous video, if you guys didn't watch that on the channel, I talked about Ripple's connections with the central bank, and Ripple's connected to all of them. They're working with all of them. The worst statement people in the crypto space have been making is that BRICS will never use Ripple's tech in XRP because they are a US company. But the funny thing is Ripple is now a global company thanks to the SEC versus Ripple case. And a lot of people think that happens on purpose, but that's not the most important part of Project Embridge from the Bank for International Settlements that tells the real story, where the Fed, the World Bank, the IMF, countless central banks in most BRICS countries are also mentioned inside the white paper, including China. And who does the Bank for International Settlements and IMF mention multiple times? They mention XRP, they mention XLM. The technology that Ripple and Stellar provide and the power of XRP and XLM is what makes the BIS and IMF vision come to life. Without it, none of this would even be happening. So this is why you can't let the fear, uncertainty, and doubt and the shakeouts get to you. This is bigger than most people realize. So go check that video on the channel after this one. It was uploaded about 4 days ago. And right here, I break it down, Embridge, and I bring up these documents that show Ripple's connections to these central banks and lots of different mentions for, XRP's, the XRP ledger, the distributed ledger technology, and all of that. Now, what's another catalyst that would cause the market to go up for Bitcoin to see a rally past the all-time high into price discovery and for XRP to outperform Bitcoin? Well, $16 billion in stablecoin liquidity to possibly enter the market could be a major catalyst because people are worried about the Mt. Gox repayment dump and other bearish factors, but there's something that will take the crypto market to new highs. The FTX collapse that took place, right? They're planning to distribute more than $16 billion to its creditors. Now, the creditors are people that were invested in crypto. They're basically crypto bros. And so getting a lot of that money back, where do you think they would put that? probably into crypto. So here's the timeline. August 16th, the voting deadline for FTX customers. October 7th, Judge Dorsey's decision on the plan approval. And if the court approves, FTX will reimburse creditors within 2 months. So as per the timeline, this will occur around Q4 of 2024 to Q1 of 2025. So this perfectly matches with other bullish factors like, rate cuts, FASB accounting rule implementation, and US election results. Given that most of the FTX customers, were crypto bros, a huge chunk of that 16 billion, where do you think it'll go, guys? Do you think it'll enter the market? I think it will. Bitcoin will most likely get near $100,000. Ethereum will get near 10K. Many other altcoins will pump, 10 to 50x. And if you position yourself properly and have the right diversification strategy, you can benefit from that rotation of capital. Now, crypto adoption, it's been happening right now. The elite are backing up the truck for this dip, and the largest investment banks in the world are rolling out crypto services and investing in crypto companies. JP Morgan, BNY Mellon, Goldman Sachs, they all foresee global adoption in the immediate future. About 300 million to 500 million people, as many as 10% of the world's internet users, now own and use crypto. This is a 275% increase between 2021 and 2022, and a 350% increase between 2022 and 2023, and a 520% increase between 2023 and 2024. So between 2024 and 2025, it will most likely be a drastic increase as well. And crypto and blockchain companies raised a record $25 billion in capital in 2021, 8 times higher than the year before. And we've also seen record increases in the number of crypto and blockchain jobs and banks and other financial institutions. The world's largest company by revenue, Walmart, has begun trademarking its own digital currencies, and the second largest company, Amazon, is trialing a digital currency, investing heavily in the blockchain technology that underlies all cryptocurrencies. Now, what's interesting, if we go to Amazon.com underneath their AWS partner profile, who does it say? It says Ripple, RippleNet, Xcurrent, XRapid, XVIA, RippleNet use cases, RippleNet members. Ripple collaborates with financial institutions worldwide. More than 100 financial institutions have joined RippleNet, including Santander, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, banks over in Brazil, India, Singapore, Canada, China, UAE, UK, Australia, Sweden, Japan, Thailand. So those with ears to hear will listen. Those with eyes to see will understand the vision. One survey showed that 85% of businesses with an income above $1 billion are adopting crypto payments. Deloitte estimates that 75% of all retailers will accept crypto in the next 2 years, with half of these retailers already investing, $1 million or more into crypto adoption. From consumers and retailers to major financial institutions, the world is getting ready to use crypto as real money. So even with the bearish fundamental news like Mt. Gox, Germany dumping Bitcoin, the bleak economic outlook, there's actually more bullish news to focus on and get excited about for the future of crypto, because you guys see what's happening with silver and gold. I talked about silver. I bought some silver a while back. Silver's now above $30 an ounce. Gold passed the all-time high, so it's doing very, very well. So we've been right about that. And we're most likely going to be right about this. We're not right about everything, but this one is just too obvious. I mean, even if there's a bigger shakeout event for some black swan COVID part 2, that dip will get gobbled up. But look at where we're at compared to the past from 2018, to December of 2018, and then we started working our way on out of here. Once we broke the range of about 120-ish to 130 something, $140 billion for total 2, which is the crypto total altcoin market cap excluding Bitcoin. So Ethereum down, every single altcoin in the market. Once we broke 140 billion, we came all the way up here to 170, and then we chopped around and we saw this correction in the altcoin market, very similar to what we're seeing right now. This correction was like 25-ish%. So where are we in this correction for the altcoin market? We're at 30%. So we're a little bit deeper of a correction just because there's more liquidity in the market right now at around 900 billion compared to 130 billion. But we chopped around for about 90 days before breaking this and going to a whole new level, and then coming back down to back test the previous resistance as support right here by December of 2020. So that was about 3 months. So how far are we into this correction right now? We're about 115 days. So it's lasting a little bit longer. As always, you guys know every single bull run is not the exact same as the previous cycle, but it's very, very similar. We're on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see the all-time high in January of 2018. We saw this A, B, and C corrective wave to the downside. On the right-hand side of the screen, the true technical high was around like April for Bitcoin, but May for the altcoin market. So the A wave would have been right here by June, the B wave all the way up here, and then the C wave for the bottom. The bottom's about pretty similar to June as it was to November. So we'll draw it all the way over here. And so the rally from the bear market bottom upwards of $1.3 trillion came between the A wave and the B wave, close to the all-time high, but not quite to it. And on the left-hand side of the screen, this rally right here, upwards of $170 billion, was right between the A wave and the B wave, but not quite to the all-time high. Also looking at the RSI right now, it's sitting at 32, really close to oversold conditions. It dipped all the way down to 28 as well too. So if the bottom's in for the altcoin market and it's in for Bitcoin on this dip, and we start to see Bitcoin recover, then the altcoin market would most likely recover as well too. Now we need to see liquidity start flowing in over the next few months leading into September, and for us to start trending upwards. We don't want to see this support break right here at about like $800 billion, because if we broke this support and we trended further to the downside, then it could get very, very disgusting. So as long as we hold this support, even if we chop around sideways for a little bit and just do something like this, very similar to what happened right here from September of 2020 until like November 2020, where the altcoin market wasn't really doing much. It would go up, come back down, go up, come back down, go up, come back down, go up, come back down. But ultimately it was making higher lows, forming this ascending support, and also higher highs in this bullish channel before inevitably breaking out and breaching past this resistance right here that it got rejected from in September of 2020. So if something like that happens, we would need to see an ascending support followed by this channel right here for the altcoin market to trade inside of for the next few weeks or next few months before ultimately coming back up to the previous high of March of this year and then breaching the high and seeing a massive surge of liquidity flow into the market to trade back up to retest the true all-time high on a price chart level of November 2021 at around $1.7 trillion. So that would be another $800 billion to come to the market from where we are right now, which would be a 2x for the whole altcoin industry. Now, one altcoin that I'm keeping on my watch list that resembles closely to Gala's early chart when Gala launched and went upwards of 14 cents, saw a sell-off down near 7 cents, consolidated, broke this descending resistance right here, followed by a back test and hovering alongside it, ultimately even back testing the horizontal support that it ranged at from September 2021 until like October, and then surging on out of here. Well, this altcoin is Landrocker. It's looking very, very similar. When we go all the way up to May 29th, it did a 10x out of launch, over 1,000%, saw a sell-off. Then this consolidation right here, ultimately flatlining where there was very low volume, similar to what happened right here for this flat line for Gala Games. Then we saw a break of this descending resistance, just like we saw right here on the 3rd of July, a break of this resistance. So the real question is if we see Bitcoin bounce and the rest of the altcoin market trade higher, if this will push higher, or if we see a retest of this horizontal support at like 0.0045 before a continuation to the upside. So either way, I think this project is going to do very, very well this bull run. And one of the biggest reasons is because it's underneath one of the hottest narratives, and that is blockchain gaming, play to earn gaming. As you can see right here on CoinMarketCap, gaming is one of the hottest. Then we have AI, Solana ecosystem, memes, and real world assets. It's currently outperforming the rest of the market right now the past week, up 36%, where virtually everything is down 20 to 50, some projects even down 70%, and the market cap is very, very low at only $3.4 million, so it's a micro cap. They have a new exchange listing happening, I believe it's tomorrow. They're an official partner of IMX, the largest gaming project in the crypto space. If you go their website, landrocker.io, you'll see that they've done an incredible job with the project thus far. They launched the token and the game at the same time, and as you guys know, most projects only launch a token first, they raise capital, then they try and fund the game. Well, this project launched both because the parent company is called Infinite 8, and they have over 22 years of experience in IT, over 65 plus clients, 11 million plus users in sectors like retail and e-commerce, sports and entertainment, travel and hospitality, financial services, real estate and design, media, education, and gaming. And if you look at their clients, they've worked with the likes of Pringles, Facebook, T-Mobile, Amazon Web Services, among a lot of other companies that are big in other countries like the government of Dubai. And if we click on portfolio right here and we scroll down, you guys will see that Landrocker is number 1, and it's their main focus right now on top of all the other projects that they've worked on in the past. So that's why I choose to hold LRT in my portfolio, but that doesn't mean that you should. Looking at the chart right now, it looks incredibly bullish. And if Bitcoin sees a bounce, if the rest of the altcoin market trends up towards the end of this year, then I could see a lot of liquidity flowing into this project, being that it's only at a $3 million market cap right now, which is absolutely insane. To put it in perspective, a 10x which is not a guarantee, but that would only be a $30 million market cap. 100x would be a $300 million market cap. Now, obviously, that would take a lot for this project to do that, but when you look at what happened in that first warm-up stage of this bull run with a lot of gaming projects going upwards of 100, 200 million, 300 million, go on coinmarketcap.com right now and just add this to your star list, and we'll pay close attention to what Landrocker does the rest of this bull run. Again, high risk because it's a low market cap, but also high reward. Another altcoin that I'm watching and adding to my portfolio is Ondo, and it's currently down 30% the past month, experiencing a pullback. But if we click on the all chart, this has been in a very healthy uptrend. It is a large cap project at $1.2 billion. It's on Ethereum, listed on Coinbase, Bybit, Uniswap, Upbit, Kraken, Gate.io, among other exchanges. And if we go to Ondo.Foundation, they say they're a new era of financial inclusivity on chain. The Ondo Foundation's mission is to usher in a new era of financial inclusivity, market efficiency through on-chain institutional grade financial products and services. So this is going to be one of the main projects for real world assets next to Chainlink, and they're calling themselves the market leader in tokenization of real world assets, where the Ondo ecosystem is supported by a diverse range of institutional and crypto native partners and service providers like BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Polygon, Coinbase, Curve, Injective, Yearn Finance, Anchor Digital, and Mantle. If you look at Ondo's chart, it's launched in January of this year. It's done very, very well thus far, and it's in this healthy uptrend. If we were to draw this ascending support, right now it's currently below the support right here, which could be just a liquidity flush with the rest of the market. Once it finds a bottom, right now the RSI is at 34. So if it sees a further sell-off to the downside, just keep this on your watch list. On the daily, watch it to go close to or below 30 before it sees a bounce to the upside. Also look at the MACD. We can see the MACD line in blue is below the signal line in orange. Once we see a bullish cross, that'd be a very, very good sign for a potential reversal and a bottom for Ondo. So right now it's back testing the previous range that it consolidated at for an extended period of time as support. So what I would expect to happen is once the bottom's in for Ondo, for us to see it bounce back up to this ascending support to act as resistance, potentially a rejection, and then for us to start working our way through here with the rest of the altcoin market and eventually a continuation to the upside, closer to like September, October, November, December of this year. So just keep this on your watch list right now. Look for the RSI, watch for the MACD to form a bullish cross where the MACD line in blue, cross above the signal line in orange, where the RSI is on 30 or below 30 to get the best possible entry point. Now, again, don't buy it, don't sell it just because I'm talking about it, but I was accumulating Ondo back here between 70 cents and 80 cents during this consolidation phase because it was holding this strong support right here. The market was in an uptrend. And then once it broke this level right here, consolidated at it, that was telling me that we were going to go higher because this was a nice cup and handle formation right here with the resistance sitting roughly around, $1.04. And sure enough, the price broke out and rallied upwards of $1.50. Now it's coming back down, but this rally is far from over for Ondo. It's just getting started. And I can guarantee you that by the end of this bull run, this is going to be one of the main projects that's going to be talked about all across the media as Larry Fink just keeps coming back and doing interviews talking about tokenization of real world assets. Now, another altcoin that I just think is a no-brainer right now, and that's Ethereum. Even though Ethereum is the second largest crypto by market cap, and sure, you're not going to get a 50x or 100x, this is a great trade right now. Look at the RSI for Ethereum. It's sitting at 29 on the daily. Drastic oversold conditions. We saw a good bounce where this got bought up and it wicked all the way down to this support right down here at about like $2,800. So if this holds, you want to watch this support right here, but with the rest of the altcoin market, Ethereum is most likely going to just do what Total 2 does because it has, how many, like 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, not billion, $billion market cap, wherever Ethereum's at right now. If we go to coinmarketcap.com, we just scroll up here, we can check it. Yeah, $350 billion right now. So it's going to follow closely the Total 2 market cap. But with the Ethereum ETFs happening, if we see Ethereum just form higher lows and higher highs and ultimately a break to the upside, I think Ethereum is going to go back up to retest $4,800 eventually. Bitcoin's done it, so Ethereum's next, and that's like 66% away from the all-time high. And then what you can do, if you choose, is rotate your profits from Ethereum into other lower market cap stuff as well too. So if you're having a strong diversification strategy, like I've talked about in previous videos, if you're subscribed to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel if you watch this video thus far so you can see more content like this. But Ethereum would be a great large cap hold along with like XRP, Ondo, Chainlink, XLM, HBAR, other projects like that. Then there's a lot of good mid cap that are anywhere between 100 million and $1 billion. Then the micro cap projects that are like 100 million or less. Preferably, The lower that you can find them that are legit projects, the better. Like for example, Landrocker is at 3 million. Sure, they're not doing what like XRP or Chainlink or XLM is doing, but they're in the gaming narrative. It's hot. The gameplay looks exciting. They have strong backing with Infinite 8. And if we're in a full-blown bull market, where do you think a lot of retail is going to be dumping their money into when they come back into play to earn gaming projects, guys? So as Ethereum starts ripping to the upside and getting closer to the all-time high, potentially even breaking the all-time high before we see, another pullback and another correction like this, before Ethereum just continues into 2025, then a lot of people are going to be rotating their profits on the next major rally into lower market cap plays. So if you're ready to become the first millionaire in your family tree with crypto, and you want to get early access to our underground guidebook to become a crypto millionaire when it's released, then all you need to do right now is go to bullrunners.com, and you're going to get exclusive early access to alerts on explosive altcoins with timely notifications about high potential projects before they hit the mainstream market. You're also going to get access to daily market analysis videos where you can watch daily videos like this to stay up to date on the latest trends and updates in the cryptocurrency market. And you're also going to receive pro trading strategies and tools for you to access proven trading tips and institutional grade indicators to refine your trading strategy. So don't miss out on the launch of our new underground guidebook called Altcoin Secrets that's going to help you discover the next 100x altcoin. All you need to do to get early access is go to bullrunners.com, click the button on the page, put in your best email address, and you'll be instantly subscribed for the early bird list when it's released. We know you're going to love it.